Hello guys, welcome to the channel the Amazicellent Hacker. Today I'm going to solve the box Dogcats from TryHackMe. Okay, before getting into the walkthrough, please don't forget to subscribe the channel and hit the bell icon. Okay, I'm in the site TryHackMe and open the room Dogcat. I've already joined the room and deployed the box. Okay, so the task is to find 4 flags. So I'm gonna do them serial wise. Let's start with flag 1. So before getting into any of that, I'm going to perform an Nmap scan. So I'm using Parrot OS, so you can just use any distros. Okay, let's start with Nmap scan. To do that, just type sudo nmap dash svt numbered version dash sc to run default scripts and the machine's IP. Okay, I'm not gonna complete this scan as I have already done it. I'm just gonna get the output. So we can see here that there are only 2 ports opened. Okay, let's check the HTTP one. To do that, just paste the IP in browser. It will automatically open the HTTP. So there is a page named Dogcat. So it asks us to what would you like to see. Okay, let me select. So it actually show a picture of dog. Let's select cat. Now we get a picture of cat. Okay, in the URL there seems to be a I'm using this parameter view. Let's fire up our Bob first. Let's check if we can actually perform a directory traversal in here or not. Okay, when we try to perform directory traversal, it asks, so sorry, only dogs or cats are allowed. Okay, in the hint also there is given that there's more to view than just cats and dogs. So the view parameter is probably injectable, but I need to find the correct sequence. Let's pass it through Bob. So I opened my proxy and it opened in Bob. Let's send it to repeater. So still say that only dogs and cats are allowed. Okay, I tried injecting a couple of times. After that, I just found the correct sequence. If the website suggests that only dogs and cats are allowed, so just you have to enter a parameter dog, and we got some sort of inclusion. See, it tells us that there is no such file or directory in var www.html index.psp. So it kind of ate this PSP at last. Okay, now let's get this index.psp. Let's copy it. Let's see if you can just read the data in this index.psp and see how the page works. We have to remove this PSP part. Is yeah, it automatically concatenate this PSP into end of the file name. Let's send it. Now it gives another error. Cannot redeclare containers string previously declared in. Okay, now so once this var www html index is already called, so we cannot again redeclare it. So let's so what I'm going to do is try to add a Psp filter. So Psp filter will actually convert this index page into base 64, and after that let's check if you can actually get it or not. To do that, just in the beginning, uh, after this equal to sign, just add PSP colon and backslash to add the filter. Just type filter slash convert dot base 64 dash encode. I kind of got it from the Google. I searched in Google a bit and know how to just add a filter in PSP sequence. So I'm actually not that good as the PSP. Okay, after base 64 dash encode, just add resource, and the resource is set to be this index. Let's send it. Okay, we kind of get the base 64 data. Let's decode it. To do that, just highlight the whole path, just right click it. After that, just go to convert selection and base 64 and base 64 decode. Okay, you can just type Control Shift and B, it's a shortcut key. So from next time I'm going to just do that. Okay, now we are actually on for the file inclusion and directory traversal. So this server is vulnerable to local file inclusion, but kind of we need to add a Psp filter to get that. Let's check. So what the index page does. So there is a Psp code. There seems to be a parameter named this ext, and the value of ext is this ext itself. Okay, it will this ext appends .psp at the end of every file name we submit. Okay, and this line checks that if our query contain dog and cat word in the list or not. So every time our input contains the string dog or cat, we are just good to go. I think for the query, so if you add this ext, I think we can get our query. Let's just play around a little bit with this ext string. Check if you can get the query or not. Okay, I'm gonna just do that. So I'm just going to add at the end of it, and let's change it to HCPSSWD, and let's send it. Okay, still it's tell us that failed to open stream. Now for this HCPSSWD, we don't need the filter anymore. So I'm going to delete this filter path. Still we didn't get it. Okay, I forget to just add equal to sign. It just assign some value to this x and complete the queries. Okay, let's check it. Guys, add x. So okay, now just we got our HCPSSWD file. So kind of seems like there are no users in here. There is not much of important information. There is www-data. So now let's get a tell from this LFI inclusion. So there are a bunch of way to do that. The first one is just remote code execution via this proc self environment. The second one is Apache log poisoning. The first process is pretty easy. Okay, let's first see what is in this proc environment. Okay, let's check proc self environment. It is a special file that provide the different environment variables. Let's check it. So can kind of not able to open this probe environment. Okay, I think it's some sort of virtual box inside the virtual box, so you cannot get environment. Okay, maybe it's a Docker environment also. Let- Let's try the second method to get remote code execution. So via this log poisoning. So I'm going to use Apache log poisoning. Add the Apache log files. So I'm going to just source in default directories. They are located in this var log Apache 2. That's it access.log. I think it's the correct log file. Let's check if there is the file or not. Okay, we kind of get the access log file. So to actually get remote code execution, so we need to change this user agent to a Psp parameter. So let's first get some reversal and set our netcat listener. I'm going to first set a netcat listener in my attacker's OS. So to do that, just type nc dash nvlp, give a port number. So I'm going to use port 1234. Okay, now netcat is listening. Let's search for pentest monkey reversal. So in Google, if you search for pentest monkey reversal, you just get the site. So I think I have my intercept on. Let me close the intercept. Let's first try with this netcat reversal. Let's copy it. Okay, let's go to repeater. In this user agent, just paste it. So let's check what is my IP. Let's type I have config. Okay, my IP is 10.9.86.27. Change the IP 10.9.86.27. Okay, the port is 1234. I think it's the correct netcat syntax. Let's send it. Okay, I didn't get a reversal. Let's next try the Psp reversal. If not, I've got another method. Let's try with Psp reversal since the site is written in Psp. Okay, just copy it. Copy the Psp reversal and paste it in here. I'm going to change the IP 10.9 86 to 27. Okay, let's run it. Okay, so I'm not able to get a reversal. Okay, now let's try simple Psp backdoor. I'm going to code the backdoor myself. If you search in this user share web cells Psp and Psp simple vector, you can just get it there also. So I'm going to type the backdoor myself. To do that, just in this user agent part, I'm going to write a simple Psp script. So angular bracket and then question mark Psp system dollar underscore get. So I think it's bigger bracket. Okay, and then after that just code anything. Okay, I'm going to just code my channel name. After that, just close both the brackets and close the Psp script. Okay, I think it goes like this. Okay, and let's add Let's send it. So we are actually getting the response. You see, I typed this the parameter AC hacker which I just add here in this get. Just append it with using end after this ext equals to, and then the parameter that I included, the AC hacker, and then the command. Now we can actually just get input the commands in here. So I got the response here. Okay, now we can just run commands. Okay, let me get that Psp reversal again from that pentest monkeys, copy it, so add it in here. Okay, let's change my IP 10.9.86.227. Okay, let me check back if it's correct or not. Okay, it's correct IP and listening port is 1234. Let's send it again. Okay, it didn't work. Let's encode it, URL encode it first. To do that, just highlight the path. Okay, then just type control plus U. So now it's URL encoded. Okay, now our netcat listener actually has got the cell. So we are actually inside this box, Dogcat. So we got our reversal. Let's get the first flag first. You can see in the uh, home directory of www-data, we got our reversal. Just get it. So here is our flag. Okay, now let's search for flag 2. The I'm going to use find. So find slash. So dash type F for files. So dash in name. Okay, then let's suppress the error output. 2 greater than slash date. Okay, so here is our flag 2 also. It's a text file. So I just use find command to do that. If you don't know how to use find, I'm going to just make another dedicated video on how to use find. Just get the output. Okay, I think we got our second flag also. The same way. Okay, first of all, I think we need to get escalate our privilege. Let's check. So we are actually www-data. So for privilege escalation part, I like to do two things. First one is to check the programs that are running with sudo writes, and second one is to find any SUID bits files that are vulnerable. So let's check the sudo one first. To do that, just type sudo -l. Okay, there is a uh, script env that we can actually run it with sudo. So this env allow us to check environment and also run a new shell environment. So to escalate the privilege using this env, just use sudo user bin env, then give the shell address. It is in /bin/bash or /sh. So you can just use bourne again shell and or this sh shell. Get you root privilege, I think. Okay, let's hit enter and check if we can get the root shell or not. Okay, successfully executed. Let's check it. Okay, now we are a root user. Let's check in the root directory. So if you don't know how to do any of the privilege escalations or anything like that. So I'm going to make another video series on basic privilege escalation on Linux. Just watch it. The third flag in is in root directory. Let's get the third flag also. It's a different environment, okay? It kind of hint that our environment is different than common Linux. Okay, let me check my host name. So host name is like this B44726 T and so on. I don't think it is common host name. Okay, well, when I open this proc self C group file, we kind of get the idea that we are inside Docker container. We can see a bunch of variables with Docker in them. So this doubt from beginnings when you can just use the proc environment for remote code execution in LFI. Okay, after some bunch of enumeration, I spent around 20 minutes in enumerating the box. Just I found this two file backup.sh and backup.tar in this opt backups. So as it is a backup script, so uh, I kind of got the idea that it executes periodically, and just we can modify it to get the cell on host machine. So I kind of don't know much about Docker, but from just what I got the common idea that so if it's the root user of the host machine that makes a backup, so inside any box. So I think that this root backup is kind of mount point on the host machine to the container. Okay, let's read what is the backup.sh first. So I am in this directory opt backups. So let's get the backup.sh first. See, so in root container backup, so backup.tar, so this is the directory. So where the mount point is, so let's see if we can just edit the backup.sh. So we have this read, write and execute permission. Okay, let's set up another netcat listener. This time I'm gonna do on port 5555. And now the netcat is listening. Let me first verify if there is a netcat or not. So there is no netcat. So I'm going to use Psp Reversal. So if you don't know about Psp Reversal, you can just again check and test monkey here. So there is our Psp Reversal. This is the pretty basic form of reversal. Let me just modify this backup.sh. So there is no vim also. Okay, let me echo it. Bash -I for interactive mode. So greater than end, so it will just input standard input output and error in this bash direct to our dep null dep TCP. Okay, it will just open a TCP session. So in my machine's IP, then 10 10 9 86 227. After that, the port number 5555. and 0 greater than and 1. So it will just direct standard input and standard output to this TCP. So and we can just get the bash shell easily. Let it append in backup.sh. It was bash, so I have to just do it again. Let me do that again. Echo bash dash I greater than in slash tab TCP 10.9.86.227 greater than okay, it's the correct one. Okay, now we kind of got the reversal. See, we are root, like we are out of Docker shell and inside the box Dogcat actually. Okay, let's get the fourth flag also. So there is a file name container, so we are actually in this root directory inside container, and in the container there is probably the backup file also. So first let's get the fourth flag and let's check what was inside this container. Okay, we successfully completed the room. Okay, let's check what was actually inside the container. Okay, there was the backup file. So that's how we kind of got out of Docker room. Okay, it was a little bit harder than rest of the boxes, but we kind of learned new thing. So how to get remote code execution using LFI, how to get out of Docker container. Okay, this much in this video. Thanks for watching it. If there are any queries, leave them in the comment section below, and please don't forget to subscribe the channel, hit the bell icon, and also give me a thumbs up.